It's 107.7 The Bone, Baby Huey and Chasta here. Chasta, we're out here at Afterschock up in Sacramento, and we're here with a band that you're super excited to talk to.
So stoked. Girl crush big time on these two girls. Yeah, Lindsay and Julie from Deep Valley. Hi, girls.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm so flattered.
I love it. Okay, you are on film, but if you're listening to this, bless you.
Whoa, bless
I'm
you.
dealing with that too,
Excuse
actually. If you're listening to this, you just have to see the marijuana. What would you call this? Like leotard?
It's a unitard.
A unitard. That's
yeah.
the word I was looking for. Unitard. It is epic.
Thank you.
I mean, where do you buy something like that?
I got this at Space Dust in Echo Park, Los Angeles.
I used to live down in LA. I know where Echo. But you guys are from the San Fernando Valley, right?
I'm from the San Fernando Valley. Yeah, Linda's from San Diego.
Oh, you're from San Diego. My best friend's from Chula Vista.
Oh, awesome.
I know all about SD.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was Miss San Diego County. She's a beauty queen.
Oh my
goodness.
Nice.
So I read somewhere on the internet, I don't remember where, that you girls met at a crochet class. Is that true?
That is true, yeah.
Tell us about that.
I used to own a knitting shop called The Little Knittery, and I guess Lindsay decided one Christmas that she wanted to make some extra cash by learning how to crochet and selling crocheted items.
So,
She was my crochet mentor.
So I taught her how to crochet.
She also taught me how to knit.
Taught her how to knit.
Mentor as well.
that's awesome.
She was very dexterous, good eye hand. She learned fast.
Julie was a great teacher, very patient.
Yeah.
Would explain things very well.
That is so. Now, how do you take it from crochet to like hardcore rock and roll? What's that jump?
It's the most natural progression.
It is a natural
Of course
progression.
it is.
Crochet is a gateway for
For rock and roll?
Yeah.
Because we had this, we had a crochet lesson, and it was probably like, 2 or 3 hours long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was us two, and then there was one other woman. And we were just talking and bonding and getting to know each other, and we started talking about music, and we both had musical backgrounds.
Yeah.
We've been in other projects, and really just like kind of became interested in each other as musicians. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I kept going into the shop after that and would ask for advice on. I would need help with my crochet project.
Yeah.
And then
Love
we would
that.
talk about, music and stuff. And then it just, one day, Julie was like, I have this idea for a band. Are you down? And I was like, yeah, I'd basically been waiting for her to ask.
That's so cool. I love that it's just the two of you guys. Like, we don't
you.
need nobody else.
I know. I'm super impressed by this.
I know.
For you guys, though, just playing Aftershock earlier today, is it kind of intimidating to perform at such a massive hard rock metal type festival? Do you guys get intimidated as far as playing for like a lot of dudes in black shirts out there?
love that.
We love it. The second
You played Glastonbury,
festival
right?
we ever played as a band was Hard Rock Calling in Hyde Park, and that
Okay.
was
wow. That's crazy.
who played that?
Well, we met Jimmy Page.
Yeah,
there.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
start at the
I
top.
ran after Jimmy Page, and he tripped over
We
a
listened
barricade
to
a little bit. Yeah, so Soundgarden was headlining. We actually heard Chris Cornell warming up backstage.
Oh my God.
And-
I just got chills.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Iggy Pop was playing, and
Was your mind just blown? Like
yeah.
in all these moments? Like, there's
Absolutely.
Iggy Pop, there's Jimmy Page. Like, that's just, how do you even
Just
keep your
ecstasy,
cool?
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing cooler than Jimmy Page.
I
I'm
know.
pretty sure.
Right.
I was watching It Might Get Loud the other night, and I was just like,
Aw,
those other two guys in that are cool, but
but they're not
when
Jimmy.
Page just like starts playing a riff, and you're like, oh my God, you know.
Yeah.
He's the god right there.
Yeah,
But
right.
we're
You can't-
happy to play a festival like this. We've in a lot of milieus we've been on the heavier side, and we
Okay.
felt like freaks kind
Yeah,
of.
we're
right.
used to being the heaviest band at a lot of
Yeah.
festivals we play, and we
Okay.
kind of we feel like weirdos,
We feel like
sort of.
freaks.
Because you
Yeah,
guys
so it's nice
you
to
played
be here.
Bonnaroo, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. And like Glastonbury.
You know,
Yeah.
and these days, like in the musical climate, there's so much pop, there's so much electronic, and like
Hip-hop is now on Aftershock as well this weekend.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so we're very much like just a rock and roll band.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, there's bands even heavier than us at this festival.
Yeah.
That's exciting and unusual.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
As a female, I mean, I obviously gravitate to you guys. Like, I don't know how you feel about comparisons, and I don't mean to compare, but one of my favorite artists is Juliette Lewis. So
Oh,
like
wow,
as soon
nice.
as I heard you guys, I was like, oh, Juliet.
Very cool. Awesome.
Love her.
What a talented woman.
Have you seen her live?
I haven't.
Don't
You
get
haven't?
me started. Like, talk about girl crush. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Like,
It's
I would leave my
exciting.
husband for her in a second. Love you. I'm telling you though, Jesus Christ. But I mean, I obviously gravitate towards, females in a male-dominated industry that is rock and roll. I work in radio, also a male-dominated industry. So I love like your song "Smile More." I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I get so annoyed by guys saying, you're so pretty, but you know what? You should smile more. Like, that term pissed me off, and I was so amazed that somebody wrote a song about it.
It should be like, say something funny and maybe I would.
I know. You know what? You're cool, but you could be funnier. Maybe tell me a joke. Yeah. It's so, I mean, you guys just own that, and I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you ever have reservations about, talking about some of the more taboo things, like being a female, in a male-dominated world? Are you just F it?
It gets the thing is, it gets a little like mind-numbing to talk about being a woman over and over again.
Isn't it sad that we have to?
I'm pretty like over it, to be honest.
we're pretty over it. I mean, and I guess that's sad in a way. Female empowerment, equality, feminism is important to us.
Right.
There's only so much you can say, though.
Right.
It's like, what is it like being a woman in a band? And like, I don't know, we get our periods and we wear bras, like.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like
We don't know what it's like to have a dick, I'd like to know. I bet it's fun.
It is fun. I'm sorry.
You can just pee. You can pee anywhere you want.
Right? I know that would be
I
nice.
do that anyways.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, we love a righteous riff and a rock drops. We're probably more oriented towards music than feminism, and I think what's frustrating is that what'll happen a lot of times is we just talk about being women the whole time. We never get to talk about the thing that drives us, the reason we do the thing we do, which is like our love of music. And
Yeah.
But there's also something very rock and roll historically is very like overtly sexual, and it also like a lot of the great rock artists would really sort of straddle this very androgynous line, of like being very like male, like machismo sexual, but also having this like more like dainty, like sort of feminine thing. So I think that we sort of do that as well, and I think that's where a lot of the greatest like rock music comes from. So
definitely.
I think you can tap into both things, and I don't know. I definitely I feel emboldened by playing rock music. I feel like empowered, and I feel badass doing it.
Who are your inspirations? I mean, you talked about Jimmy Page, but who else?
Prince.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Saw his second to last show. Was one of the greatest things ever. I know. Who would have ever thought that would have been one of his last shows?
Yeah.
But love him. Who else?
Led Zeppelin, Hole, Nirvana.
I'm like an enormous Nine Inch Nails fan, for
really?
life.
So are you tripping?
Is today going to be amazing for you?
Yeah, we planned this whole weekend basically around being able to watch Nine Inch Nails, because the last time we did a festival with Nine Inch Nails, we did press the whole time.
Yeah.
Through their whole set and everything. And I remember someone saying, who are you excited to see? And I was getting grouchy, and I'm like, well, we're not going to see anyone because we're
you
sitting
keep
here.
talking to me.
Yeah, I saw them play when I was, I think, 18 at Coachella, and I was up in the very front, and it was so inspiring, and it was such a fucking sexual, insane experience.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time that Aaron North was playing guitar for them, and I remember I did this move that blew my mind. He went on his back, and he was putting his leg up while he was playing guitar, and I was just
you
oh
were feeling it. Yeah.
I was just loving it.
Yeah, I definitely had the same experience when I was 16.
Yeah.
Seeing Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Or I was 15 or something. I was still a virgin.
Oh yeah.
And I really kind of feel like Nine Inch Nails was
They broke your
my
cherry.
first. Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's the second time we've talked about breaking cherries today. What is this? This is a theme, I guess.
I noticed that too.
I was like a 12-year-old at a Beatles concert at that Nine Inch Nails show.
That's awesome.
So have you hung out with Reznor in person? Never. What would you do if he walked in here, walked up to you right now? What would you say?
I don't know, whatever he needs,
I love
whatever
that
they
answer.
are. I will help him facilitate whatever he's working on right now.
Let's say he's working on Apple right now, right?
Yeah,
He's all
Sure.
working on Apple Music.
Get involved in
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure that's what you're referring to.
No, it is though. I mean, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would like to be his assistant or whatever,
His
whatever
assistant.
he needs.
So what's
Goals.
next?
Yeah, goals. Life goals.
What's next for you guys after today? I mean, as far as rest of 2017, and I'm looking ahead to early 2018.
Yeah, so we have a couple more shows left this
Okay.
year, but we're kind of wrapping it up. It's been a really busy year,
Okay.
and we are ready to get started on the next record,
Okay.
which is kind of a big, unknown, exciting question mark at the
Have
moment.
you even
So
like thought about what it might be yet, or is it?
think about it,
Yeah.
you know? But it's like you really don't know till you're in there,
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah,
We're
till you're
pretty
feeling it.
jam-based,
Yeah,
so we'll get in a room and just like,
Yeah.
start jamming out.
yeah.
Kind of see what organically happens.
And once
Yeah.
you really like get in the groove of it, then it all kind of just like escalates and exponentially it just becomes like easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's
You
cool.
know, who knows?
Yeah. Well, I have to personally say thank you for Royal Jelly. It's like it's on my running playlist, and it's my
thank
groove. It's my
you.
jam for sure.
We love
So we
that
always
song.
like to end our interviews with our favorite question. It's from the movie Almost Famous, if you're familiar.
Yeah, of course.
The last frame of the movie, the question is asked, "What do you love about music?" So Deep Valley, what do you love about music? The pause is part of the answer.
Yeah, totally
we get
okay.
It's own the pause.
Her and I
Yeah.
used to just stalling for you guys
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
What do you love about music? Hair.
Hair?
Yeah.
We have never gotten that answer. I love
respect
it.
that. That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right.
The cool.
The what?
The cool.
The cool. Yeah,
the
of course.
cool.
Totally.
I love that. Two answers we've never. Well, you guys, we've been doing this for a long
I know.
time. We've never gotten those answers, and we've never gotten something so simple, which I appreciate.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much, guys,
Awesome.
for making the time today. I know you got a busy schedule. You guys were awesome earlier, and we look forward next time you come through the Bay Area. So good luck
Thank
with the
you.
rest
We're
of the
gonna
tour.
look for you front row at 9
Yes.
Inch Nails tonight.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We'll be crowd surfing.
Yeah, nice. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.